Welcome back to the RV Rundown. I'm your host Barry, and today we're taking a look at the all-new 2025 Rockwood Geo Pro 14D. Inside the Geo Pro, it's small, but there's enough space to sleep 3 people. We have the bed in what's considered the bed position right now. There's a table up under this. We're going to let it up in a little bit and show you that. But again, let's take a look. I'm 6'3". Oh, I'm going to climb in here, lay it down. And look at that, I've got loads of space above my head. We've got USB ports and plugs back here on the wall. There's a max air fan up high that's going to exhaust anything and help move air through here if we have a nice day and just want to open it up. But there's plenty of space for 2 people to sleep, for sure. And another thing they kind of did that I think is neat is they put these little cutouts on either side so you can kind of sit on the edge of the bed with the door open and pull your shoes on before getting down to the ground. And you could store your shoes up underneath there as well. Now, like I was saying, there's a bunk that's up here. This could be used for a small child. It could be used for a pet, a dog, a cat, whatever else you might have that travels with you as a companion. The air conditioner is down in the floor of this, and its controls are hiding on the wall back there, along with our solar controller for monitoring the battery systems. This does come with a neat little JBL Flip, which is a Bluetooth speaker that is pretty noisy for its size. You can connect it to your phone and play your tunes either inside or outside. They've done nice things like put in roller shades in our valances up here. These aren't fabric, they're actually a hard material, so they're going to last a good long time and resist being dinged up. When it comes to storage, we have a few things going on inside. We have that top row of cabinets. There's a hanging bar underneath them. And then when this is up in table mode, the whole back area becomes pass-through storage and accessible. Let's pop this table up and see what the dining mode looks like. In table mode, we can easily sit 4 adults in here. It certainly gives more headspace right in the center. This table can be folded up and put out of the way if you needed it to. And again, I'll reiterate, I'm 6'3". I'm sitting up straight in here. It's not a problem. I'm not scraping my head even. My glasses aren't even scraping the ceiling. So that's pretty nice. You can see underneath the table, we have access to some cabinetry, our awning extension switch, as well as awning lights. And we've got some more cabinetry up under my feet, just access to more storage. On the outside of the Geo Pro, we've got a bunch of things going on because the outside is really where all the living takes place. Now, before we get into that though, I want to point out that the overall height of this thing is pretty darn short, which means it's going to get into a lot of garages being under that 8-foot marker. It's going to fit into a lot of like little porticos and things. So if you have limited storage capability, this could be a great option for you. In addition, it's pretty narrow, so getting through a garage door or a tight spot is going to be easy. This does come with a spare tire. It's tucked up under the frame in the front, and this has 2 points of pass-through storage, one right here under the main child's bunk inside, and another a little further back that we'll get to. I do want you to notice that all the windows here are frameless, and we're set up for solar on the side. Now there is a solar panel up on the roof that's feeding that 12-volt system, but if we were parked in the shade and needed to drag a panel out, it's pre-wired to do so. When it comes to your awning, they've put in a Thule, very much like the awnings that you see in a Class B RV, more so than the awnings you see on a traditional RV. So these legs can extend down to the ground and raise the height of the awning up, or they can attach back to the vehicle if you have really uneven ground around you or it's too hard to get a stake in to hold them in place. The advantage of this is that the awning doesn't come out and just go straight down, so someone like myself at 6'3" can easily walk in and out of it. One of the things I really like about GeoPro is the fact that they're thinking about longevity. So we have Asdel under our fiberglass sidewalls, which means it's resistant to water, rot, mold, and the like. Everything's powder coated to prevent rust. They use slam latches and magnetic catches and insulated baggage doors. It all feels very robust. This second pass-through storage, when we open it up, we can see that we have the bed there, but it folds up into that table position and gives us even more room in the upright area to just pack as much stuff as we can in there. And when it comes to cooking, they've included a couple of things like this Lodge pre-seasoned cast iron griddle that attaches nicely here to the side and runs off of the onboard LP. Beyond the griddle, the back hatch is an insulated giant baggage door that opens up to reveal kind of a kitchen area. We have this tent enclosure that magnetically attaches to it. It can be staked down to the ground, and it has zipper entrances at the corners to basically give you a stand-up changing room for privacy and a spot to work and prep things, or away from the bugs, so to speak. So we have all metal tabletops here where our sink is. We have a traditional sink top here as well as an attachable wand so we can hose off bikes or dirty kids. We have a 12-volt refrigerator, a high-point microwave, a little bottle opener, and a flip-up surface just to extend that countertop. Now they did put in a plug back here too, so if we have full power, shore power in the campground, we can set up a coffee maker or a toaster or something else that might help get the job done a little faster. Overall, I really like this. You can take the tent down really quickly and easily, just opening the whole thing up. On the off-door side, we've got all of our primary hookups. We even have our dump station because this does have a gray tank on board. We have access to those pass-through storage points back in the back here above the wheel well and at the front. And because this thing is kind of tight inside, we have the two doors so we can access the sleeping portion of it from either side. You don't have to crawl over somebody in the middle of the night. We have the big, beefy steel wheel wells. We've got those AT tires and aluminum rims. They look great together. And I want to point out one other thing that I think is really cool that they've done is they've put these tire locks in. These are manual. They push into place. They put pressure on the tire and they keep the vehicle from being able to rock back and forth. It works in conjunction with our stabilizer jacks just to give the whole vehicle a nice stable feel. Our shore power connection is right above the wheel well, which keeps it nice and protected. We do have a low point drain down below, and of course our water ends as well as our tank fill is all right here too. Up high, you'll notice that we have a 2-point roof rack system with bars, which means we could bring along things like kayaks, bicycles, an extra roof rack carrier system. Because there's no AC up there, it gives us lots of room for putting whatever we may need for going down the road. Down below that entry door, there is a nice big steel step just to help you get in and out. Right below that pass-through storage, you'll notice this big grate. That's where our air conditioner exhaust is. They've mounted it down to the floor down low and made it to where it's inside the vehicle. Here at the very front, you'll notice that we have a rock guard down low, a wrapped fiberglass cover. We've got a 2 battery case container hidden behind the propane, and then a power tongue jack on the very front. And one of the things that Rockwood does that I kind of like in terms of organization is giving us this little doodad here, which holds our 7-pin and our 2 chains to keep them up and off of the ground. I think that's pretty slick. In sum, the GeoPro 14D is a tiny compact camper that's going to fit in a lot of people's garages, easily stow behind your house and hide away, but make for a great weekend warrior or tailgating vehicle. Being able to just cook out in the parking lot or at the campsite outside gives it a really campy kind of vibe to it. And of course, it being able to sleep 3 pretty easily, especially if you have a small child, is just a bonus there. Overall, I think it's something that you should definitely see in person if you're interested in a small teardrop or something like this. You can check it out at Southern RV or visit us online at southernrv.com. You can always give us a call at 770-477-0552 with any questions. And of course, please like, comment, subscribe, share. It really helps out our channel. And until next time, happy camping.